The CEO of Boston Market sends his chief brand officer Sarah undercover. By working on the fields hands-on, Sarah discovers just how good the company is being run, and we the audience prepare to witness an employee whose behavior reaches outrageous levels, pushing Sarah to her limits and forcing her to take one of the most audacious actions in the history of Undercover Boss. Based in Denver, Colorado, Boston Market offers home-style comfort food at 470 locations across the US. And making sure this $500 million a year business stays alive as Chief Brand Officer Sarah. Boston Market was started in 1985 by two guys who had their grandma's recipe. It started as Boston Chicken, which took off and reached 1,200 restaurants across the country in 4 years, but this was too much growth for the company, which caused them to declare bankruptcy. The company has now gained success as Boston Market, and Sarah wants to make sure it stays that way. Sarah will be going undercover as Rachel, a diner waitress who hopes to open her own restaurant. Her employees will be told that she's on a contest on a reality show where the winner gets to open their own restaurant. For her first day of work, Sarah flies to Georgia to work as an hour shift supervisor, and she meets with Ronnie, who's the supervisor for the restaurant. He shows her around the place and tells her how she should interact with customers, and he also reveals that he doesn't like how things are done and that the company has too many rules and standards. Ronnie's attitude concerns Sarah, since he looks like he's not interested to do anything or serve the customers properly. She also slowly learns that Ronnie doesn't really like customers. He complains about them non-stop, then tells her that he hates children and old people. This is not really effective for Boston Market, as the biggest customers are families who all usually buy family meals. He further goes on to tell Sarah that he hates all the customers and continues to disparage them in front of her, and this reveal is too shocking for Sarah, as she first thought that he was joking, but he really wasn't. Sarah is very upset by Ronnie's behavior, and when she goes out for her break, she contemplates on what to do next. She then calls Ronnie to the outside and she reveals her true identity to him. Ronnie is stunned and doesn't know what to say, and Sarah confronts him about his behavior and sends him home for the day, giving her time to decide what to actually do with him. Sam then meets with Neil, the general manager of the restaurant, and they talk about Ronnie's behavior and they decide to fire him. The next day, Sarah travels to Tampa, Florida to work as assistant general manager, and she meets up with Sash, who looks positive and upbeat for the moment they meet. They get right into work, and Sash trains her on how to prepare chicken, and Sarah does okay for her first time, but she struggles to cut the chicken. They later go for a break, and Sarah learns that the employees don't usually get a break because of the workload, and Sarah also sees how Sash cares about her employees and how well she treats them. Next, Sarah travels to Fort Lauderdale to work in the drive-thru, and there she meets AJ, and she gets right into the job, and Sarah struggles to keep up with the demand, but AJ helps her through the process. For her next job, Sarah travels to North Carolina to work as assistant general manager, and this restaurant is the biggest grossing in the entire company, and Sarah wants to know what makes it tick. She meets with April, who takes her around the restaurant and shows her how everything is done, and April is a very energetic and hard worker who's also in college so she can climb up the corporate ladder. But it's gonna be a bit hard, as April explains, because it's easier to come from the outside with a degree instead of trying to grow within the company. And this will eventually mean that she might have to quit the company so she can get a better opportunity. And now finally, Sarah's undercover time has come to an end, and she is now ready to reveal her identity. First in was Sash, and Sarah promotes her so that she can have better employee working conditions, and on top of that, Sarah gives her $20,000. Next was AJ, and Sarah also gives him a promotion by making him a supervisor, and then she tells him that he inspired her, and she also gives him $20,000 so he can achieve his dreams. And last in was April, and Sarah promotes her to general manager, and then gives her $10,000 for her son's college tuition, and she also gives her $20,000 to pay for her own college tuition and another $5,000 just for her. And this was how this amazing episode of Undercover Boss comes to an end.